Okay, we're recording, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, then we can start.
Go for it. Would you like to start, or do you want us to start? We can address point by point all the questions, or would you like to start on your side?
Yes, the table is all yours.
Okay, cool. Okay, so good suggestion. Roberta suggests we introduce everyone, which is a great suggestion. So I'm going to get everyone to introduce themselves and just a quick word on what they do, starting with you, Robs.
Hi, I'm Roberta, and I am the head of marketing for Nimue. So I lead a team of people who will assist Frank and his team to bring the brand to life in your market.
And then, of course, you guys know me. I'm Shane Frank. I'm the International Business Development Manager, and we work closely with all the distributors to make sure that business is running smoothly, growing, and that we're meeting all the needs of the market.
And we're just waiting on Eunice, who's right here. Just walked into the room, and she's head of training.
We've got Gilda, who is calling. Hi, Eunice. How are you?
Hi.
Hey. I know you guys.
Hi, Eunice.
Yes. And we've got Gilda as well on the phone. Hi, Gilda. Are you with us?
Hi, Eunice. So, yes. Yes, I'm so excited to have you back.
I will never forget you. I'm so happy that you're still in love with us. Oh.
Yes, I am, darling. I kept with Nimue all that time.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
But
I'm so happy.
But we just missed you and missed seeing you and missed all the workshop and the excitement.
Of course, but now we're back.
Yes, that's why we are excited, and that's why I'm on the phone.
It's wonderful. We are so happy to have Frank and Danny Howland, the wonderful team, and be part of their journey, and just to be back in Australia and give you the support you used to, with so much more excitement and so many amazing.
Yeah, we met Frank, Lena, and all the team, and we were just so excited to see them. They're lovely, very warm, and I'm sure we're gonna have a great time with them.
You will. We believe it.
Yeah. I've got that feeling. Yeah.
So obviously it goes without saying you know Eunice, and then you know Frank and Danielle well. So I think that's the full team.
We met at the night. So hi everyone, and welcome. And if there's anyone who isn't here, then you're not here obviously, but you'll be listening to the recording, I'm sure, and that's going to be just as interesting.
Cool. So we've got a list of questions from you guys. So we'll address each question. And then, of course, we'll open up the floor so you guys can, if there's anything else you want to ask or comments, or we always open. So the first two questions, I think, Eunice, that's going to be your field of expertise. So question number one was new Nimue treatments expected for the year. So I think Eunice, I'll give maybe a bit of history and then what's coming.
I think those of you that have been with Nimue for quite a while will be obviously very familiar with our bioactive treatment or rejuvenation treatment and the glycolic treatment. And I remember coming to Australia quite a few years ago doing the training on, then it was called the Bilacto and the Pentasolate treatment. But in the time being, we've actually relaunched those two and added a wonderful new peel or new treatment concept to it called the SRC system. So the SRC system consists of the old, as you know it, Bilacto, and the old, as you know it, Penta, but it's now called SRC for problematic or SRC for hyperpigmented skin. Sorry. And then we've launched the SRC for environmentally damaged skin, which Danielle and I will talking about this afternoon. It's very exciting. It's a new combination of acids. It works on a bit of a different concept with amazing results. Then we have also just a week or a month or so ago, Roberta, superfluids. Yes, we've launched 5 superfluids which you will also have training on when done health back. It just puts education of product and it puts the treatments for the therapists and the end user in a completely different ball game. It's fluids that enhances our treatments that you mix within the peel. So it's customization of treatments where you would possibly take the SRC for environmentally damaged skin and mix retinol into it. But there's so much excitement about those 5 superfoods. I don't even want to tell you everything because I want Danielle to go back and create that absolute excitement. And then we have a little surprise coming later this fiscal, but I can't tell you too much. Maybe Roberta can jump in there.
That will be announced
yes.
this month.
Okay.
By the end of this month, and new treatments that we're very excited about will be launched. And then we have even more professional treatment launches planned for the rest of our financial year from July to June. So we're very excited about
Right.
it. There's a focus on professional treatment innovation for NIMU going forward, which is really exciting.
So already just in a few years, how many years have we been out there? 2?
Yeah.
We've already done so much in professional in cabin to make it more exciting for you, to give you more results for your clients, and to keep within the industry, challenging the industry, but giving you something new and better and more than ever before. So it's been very innovative on the cabin aspect.
Oh, that's
So to summarize,
amazing.
yeah, so to summarize, we've got obviously all the old favorites for you. So obviously the bioactive peel, which is still an amazing technology. You know, NIMU, sometimes we say there's no sense in reinventing hot water, and that's one of those fantastic products. It really always just delivers results. It's a beautiful system. We've got our SRC system, and then as the girls mentioned, we've got some exciting new resurfacing technology. We don't really talk so much about peeling. We still use the word because that's what people understand, but the technology out there is really developed, and we are doing a lot more with the skin than simply peeling it. That's old school. Superfluids. We've got some really exciting technologies that allow you to mix and match and in essence become a chemist in your own cabin, so that you can really start to customize your treatments using the base technology and then adding some really exciting new technologies to your toolbox. So that's question 1, is in terms of treatments, what to expect for the coming year. The second question was a question around new retail and new professional products. So again, I think because a certain amount of time has passed, NIMU's really done quite a lot in that space since you guys have, seen it and been exposed to it. So I'm going to go and ask you, Nisi, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about.
I talk too much because I'm so excited about what we've launched in the last, since we've actually not been with you and you've seen it. But you must have heard of the AI range that we've launched, the Age Intelligence, and we've expanded on that range even. So it's basically a full range now.
We love that range. We love that range.
Fantastic. So now expanded on that range.
Great result.
Yeah, so it's really phenomenal. The technology and the education behind it is on a different level. We work on omics, which is a different philosophy that we will train you on. And then the TD, transdermal solutions, we also have them available in retail now, which enhances what you do in cabin at home. So your client can benefit from the cabin treatments right through at home, right back into cabin. One fader, I get so excited. Gilda, you will love this. The fader range is a complete new range, a complete new technology, completely new ingredients, completely new delivery. It's so exciting. It's actually
great, because the AI in it is doing so well for me.
I know, but your traders are going to do as well. It's phenomenal what we do. And then
the line is not very clear. It's very hard. We are concentrating to get information. The line is not clear in it. I don't know if we are clear to you, but you are not as clear to us.
On what we say?
the voice is not very clear.
Okay, let's try closer to the microphone. Is that a bit better now?
Yes. Yeah, that's better. Yes.
That's
Yes.
better. We're closer to the microphone now. So, Gilda, we've got
Okay.
the AI that you say you love. And then on faders, we've changed the entire retail fader system. It is
You
a
changed
system
what?
that
The fading system.
fader, retail
Yeah.
faders.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
changed the whole system.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
It is.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. Are you still in contact with Rima?
Yeah. Yeah.
You must ask Rima the results that they've had in Dubai and Lebanon. It's phenomenal.
I was there around 3 weeks ago. I wish I called her.
Fantastic. Yes,
Yeah, I
really
was there 3
quite
weeks ago.
interesting. So when Danielle comes back, she will have wonderful trainings with you on the new technology. And
Yeah.
you will not believe how it works. It's the first, I think, in the world of how we actually combine ingredients and technology for this fading system. And we've had amazing
Great.
results on it. And
Oh,
tell
that's
me, are you
exciting.
familiar-
That's exciting.
You're familiar with the pre and post serum?
Great. Great. Okay. That's exciting. That's
Okay,
exciting.
as long as we get you that along.
Yeah.
it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, no. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Should we go to
So looking forward
All right, fantastic.
for the
So-
2nd of July.
So there are new treatments and there are new products. There you go.
In
And you'll
short,
get it all when we come back. Danielle is going to put together some very special training. We'll start. It's the 2nd of July. Okay.
2nd of July. Great. Yes. We're looking forward for that day.
All right.
Yeah, so in summary, as you heard, lots of exciting new products coming. And just to top it all off, you all are obviously well versed in your fields. So you all know that the treatment of pigmentation in our sector or our field is probably one of the technically most difficult skin conditions to treat. So
It is. Yeah.
if you can successfully treat pigmentation, you're a leader in the industry. There's no doubt about that. So we
Wow.
decided we would tackle that problem and reinvent the way we treat pigmentation. And of course, it's really goes, it's part of the NIMU philosophy is to really reinvent and to improve everything we're doing. We never stop trying to improve what we do. So hopefully you guys will
Yeah.
experience that firsthand. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
I was so excited. That's great. That's great news.
Fantastic.
Great news. Can't wait. Can't wait.
We're excited when we're glad to hear you're excited.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Can't wait to see that. Yeah.
Question number
start.
3 was, can NIMU be sold online? We have heard that it will go online as Dermalogica and we will lose all our clients.
Yeah.
This is a subject passionate, especially to my heart, but not only to mine, but to every team member at NIMU. Our mission is the same and will always be the same. We are here to serve the professionals, the professional skincare industry.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
So we have no intention of doing something that will harm or be a disadvantage to you, the skincare professional. Everything we do, rest assured we're doing to support you and your business. So that's my opening statement. Following on to that is, we do live in a modern world. The internet is a reality, and there are, what we call the grey tailors, the grey retailers out there who will unscrupulously use the lack of NIMU being online, which it is. NIMU is much more difficult to find online than any other brand because we've made a point of not encouraging that type of business practice. Having said that, as you all know, once someone purchases a product, they're perfectly entitled to do what they want with that product. So if, as an end consumer, if I buy a bunch of Nimue products and I decide that I'd like to put them on eBay, I'm well within my rights to do that. So you are going to find unscrupulous, call it strawberry.nets, which you probably have experience with, or
Yes.
certain types of websites who take advantage of selling brands online. So we still have the same stance. We still don't believe in that way of doing business for various reasons. It's irresponsible. It's not the way we, it's not the way we want to do business. That's the one side of the story.
No.
The second side is we as a business can't run away. We
That's
can't
why
hide.
Nimue is always Nimue being special for that reason.
Yes,
no
so-
one talks about Dermalogica anymore. It's just died down.
Yes.
People, I don't know how they do online, but no one that I know, when I'm talking 10 years ago, everyone, Dermalogica, when I introduced it, Nimue 13 years ago. Oh, what's this, and people still excited more about Nimue than they are about Dermalogica. Now I don't hear anyone talk about Dermalogica. No one.
Yeah. So we
I
want
think
to.
Nimue is very special.
Yeah, so again, I want to lay your fears to rest. Is we have no intent of wanting to disturb our way of doing business, which is to be dedicated to the professional. Having said that, we do have the reality of the great e-tailers and the retailers who will come, and as you close them down, other ones pop up. They're kind of like weeds. You can never get rid of them. So our strategy eventually is to have an online strategy using online systems, but to benefit you, the professional. It's not by any means to undermine your businesses. It will be only to strengthen what you're doing, and in a sense to combat what the discount retailers online are doing. So we know that we can't ignore it forever. We have to face it head on. We have to come with a solution. The market is changing, and we need to do it the right way.
Yeah.
So at Nimue, we focused on finding what that perfect solution is going to look like. I think the team has done some great work, and it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen this year, rest assured. But we can tell you, we are working on, call it an antidote or a formula to successfully come to the market with a technologically based strategy that will enable us to solidify our position in the market.
Can I just add as well, Shane, as the distributor of Nimue now in Australia, when you sign an agreement with us, which you need to do before we can send you the products, our terms and conditions specifically stipulate that you cannot sell online. And so, we will be policing that. And if we ever find that there's a breach, then we will stop to supply you immediately.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, I mean,
that's awesome. That's
there's no advantage. It's only a short. Okay. Don't worry about that. Someone's going to get their teeth Okay. So we will work alongside with Ascendus in South Africa, so that we can, align their philosophy, and we both agree that this is a product for professional. It should be handled professionally and not just. I don't think it fits well online, because anybody can buy and then really damage. And if you buy it online, you just don't know what's in the tube. There's a lot of adversity about doing that with such a quality product.
And describing the product, to get the benefit. It's not as easy as you think. I can just go online and get this and this and this, and they might not see the difference in their skin if they buy Irrefirmer and active Lolapic active, or you know what I mean. It's just that combination that we suggest to the client, and they can see the results, which over the years I've seen it with my clients, and they leave after 10 years and they said, we're going to try something else. Then they come back. They see that whatever they tried is not the same. because the way you describe it to them, and step by step. And I mean, that's what I think Nimue is better than others, is because we are not online and we are prescribing to the client what exactly they need. Like I never saw the client just walking down the street, oh, can I just buy, this or this? I say, come in, have a 15 minutes and I'll try or give them sample, and I'll tell you what, they do come back. 99% they do.
Well, that's the beautiful thing, and I think that's where our strength lies ultimately, through this change because it's a change that's affecting every business, not just ours, it's affecting every industry. So
Yeah.
Amazon.com is of the world, and I think there's a lot of uncertainty, and the truth of the matter is there's no way you can replace a human relationship with a computer. So in the end, as you say, the customer will always come back because of that relationship and because of that intelligent human knowledge that you can only get from a human. You can never get it from a machine.
Yeah. And you have to really use it and believe in it, and that's when it becomes easier to recommend it.
Perfect. So I just want to add in closing on that
live conference call with Nimue in South Africa.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to finalize that point by saying, don't be angry with Nimue if you do find it online, because there will be people who will unscrupulously get hold of the product and they will try and sell it online because they see an opportunity. It's not Nimue doing it. It's normally people who see a monopoly or an opportunity because we're so difficult to get online. Rest assured, when we do find out, we do our very best to close them down. But pop up and
I mean, previously people did see it online and they were out of date, some of them. And if there is any reaction, we are not responsible, to whatever they buy. But it is not out of date, or somebody closing their salon and they put it online. They put it to sell it because,
Moving on to the next question, because we've got to answer quite a few questions.
Next one was, what will be happening with the SPF products in Australia? So
That's a good question.
We have finalized an agreement with a local manufacturer in Australia, and we will have a TGA Nimue approved SPF online for you roughly about the end of September.
That's great. That's great news. Yeah.
Up until then,
that's a great news. Yeah, badly needed.
So we have a solution for you for the interim, which Eunice will very quickly explain.
Yeah, it's going to be very quick because Danielle will come and really give you the brief on it. But we've got our barrier cream. You remember this element barrier possibly that contains quite about 15% level of SPF, which for the interim you can prescribe to your clients until we've got the SPF. She will come and give you more detail on how to use.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay, that's awesome. I mean, we are in winter now, but it'll become great to have the SPF 40 by October.
Perfect. Question number 5. We would like to see more brand awareness. Elena Christensen was great, but can we use her images now for promos? We are not going to find. Are we going to find another brand ambassador? I'll hand that over to you.
So our relationship with Helena Christensen has come to an end. As of 1 June, we've had to take down all of her imagery. So we've provided solutions to all of our markets to cover any imagery or to remove imagery of her.
Okay, we have her on the AI, is that right? Yeah, on the intelligent. Yeah, we'll take it off.
She has been on Age Intelligent, but we have developed a new look and feel for Age Intelligent without her in it. Essentially, we've decided not to pursue another celebrity face for Nimue because we have consumer research that says that is not a key driver of consideration in professional skincare. It's a popular tactic for cosmetic brands, but we don't think it is the answer to driving brand equity for this brand. Having said that, the Helena campaign was the start of a new way of thinking about talking to the end consumer on Nimue. We appreciate that we have to really talk to and appeal to you, the professional, but we have to also speak to the end consumer and drive demand amongst consumers. And we have developed several ways to do that, one of which is a case study we shared with Frank and Danielle yesterday that has been incredibly successful in South Africa and the UK. It's called and Denmark. It was the 12-week challenge campaign. You may have seen it online, but it was just one way we can build the brand's equity without necessarily using a well-known face. And we've got lots of other work in the pipeline to build brand equity generating campaigns for Nimue. So we absolutely will be giving loads of brand equity support to Australia, to you and your market. As soon as you guys, the team are ready to roll it out, we will have loads of assets and really compelling communication on the brand.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Great. So let's move on to the next question. We have heard from the previous distributor that the prices will be twice as expensive. Is this true? Again, a very simple answer is the Nimue pricing to the Nimue distributors worldwide is one single common price list. Every distributor, whether they're in Australia, whether they're in the Netherlands, whether they're in the UK, everyone gets very much exactly the same prices, barring currency fluctuations, of course, which no one has control over. So the pricing that's established is established by the distributor themselves. We work in combination with Plus to find the correct pricing level in the market, which means finding a combination of competing against the main competitors, but then obviously observing the positioning of the brand in respect of the quality of the product and the message we want to send. So myself and Frank have worked quite carefully together. There's been a lot of thought that goes into that. The pricing is pretty much standard, it's very close whether you're in Australia, whether you go to the UK, or whether you go to anywhere in Europe. You'll find the pricing is fairly similar, barring exchange rates, import duties, etc. That's local market conditions. So there was
one product, the collagen face film, that I noticed was double the price of what we were purchasing from New Zealand.
Right.
Is that now on your new price list or versus?
Lydia, can you help out with this?
No, I'm saying that the New Zealand price was half the price of what Australia is quoting for that collagen face film.
And is there more instances than that, or is that the only one at the moment for you?
Oh, that's the biggest one that I've found so far. There are a few items that are slightly higher, but that one I just thought,
the AI night cream, the intelligent night cream is definitely jumped from 189 to 222, like retails.
Yeah, I think a couple of the night creams, Gilda, are the same as well. The multi-night as well.
Yeah, so they jumped. Yeah, the night one. Yeah, it's more expensive than that.
Okay, so what we can do, there's two parts to this. Part one is on the back end, Nimue made some adjustments in terms of pricing to distributors, but globally, not massive. So there's no such thing as a double in pricing across the board. That's never ever happened in our past. What does happen from time to time, for example, on AI, because it's the premium line, needs to be a little bit, for example, more expensive, a higher price point than, say, the standard Nimue products. And so we've found that we had a couple of errors on our pricing over the years, which we slowly correct. And distributors at certain points in their business cycle will obviously play catch up with those elements. So that, for example, a lower or an older technology product is not as expensive or more expensive than a new technology product, etc. So there's, call it, price corrections that need to be made based on the type of product and technology. So that process is always happening, but prices are, for all intents and purposes, very much across the board. We try and get them very even globally. So there will be the odd anomaly. So we, on an individual product basis, I'm sure, Frank, we can obviously address those issues. If there are glaringly obvious mistakes, that could be, for whatever reason, we will review them before you buy them.
Yeah, it could just be an error, because it was like I said, it was double the price. So I thought, well, it's either an error or it's something that I just won't purchase again because it was just way too much.
Okay, well, let's look at something.
We'll certainly look at it, but I don't have the spreadsheets in front of me to address this now. Lydia, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
You're welcome to respond on this if you have an idea about this. But I think that
made a note for myself. We will look into this, but I'm not ready to comment on this right now. But I don't think
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think it's not an error though. Me and Lena, because we spent quite some time to form those prices, but we will look into this.
We'll check on our side also. As I say, we generally, as I say, I can generally dispel. I heard that myth before. It was not the first time I've heard this about that everything will be twice as expensive. It's not true. There's one common process for every distributor. NIMI has an even playing field for every distributor, and we don't dictate trade or end recommended retail pricing. We cannot, but we work together with our partners to find the right level for the brand together. So it's always a process, and in that process, invariably, you do as you go. I mean, we have 150 SKUs in our line. You do invariably pick up these anomalies and errors, which often need to be corrected. And we do have, on the odd occasion, it's not to say we don't have the odd jump. So, for example, on a particular product like the eye, you do have instances where something does triple or double from your supplier, but it's definitely never across the board. And it would only be a product or two at most where you have these odd things that happen. But generally, the prices are, across the board, same to everyone. Okay. Next question is, we were wondering why the contract with the previous distributor was terminated. That's a fairly simple question to answer, not so easy to articulate. Why does any relationship break down? It's because it is inevitably not mutually beneficial. So at NIMI, our primary focus is we want you, the customers, to be happy. We want you to be supported. We want you to get everything you need to be successful in the market. And so in other words, we put a lot of pressure on the likes of Vital Plus and all our distributors in terms of delivering that vision and delivering those standards. We all hold ourselves to very high standards. And I believe Vital Plus, that's why we chose them, believe in the same values. So that's point one, is as NIMI, we look for distributors who share the same value set as us. And in other words, value the same things we do that we really want to focus in on. And the other thing is, we were with the previous distributor many years, and they decided to choose a different path, a different road that they felt was the journey they wanted to walk, which was not the same journey NIMI wanted to walk. And this is an invariable fact with any relationship, be it a personal one with a husband, wife, lover, whatever, or be it a business. You can often have the same goals and visions, and then after 10 or 15 years, you realize maybe you don't have the same vision and same values anymore. So at NIMI, we felt, and we made a mutual decision with the past distributor, that we both had different visions for the brand, but we both had different directions we wanted to go, and we believed it would be better for you, the customer, and our clients, that we found the right partner that can really take us where we want to go, which is ultimately we want to be successful and support you in everything we do. Hence finding the partner. And part two of that question was, why did it take so long? Well, it took time because finding the right person is more important than simply, trying to close the gap. So we desperately wanted to make sure that we made the right choice, that we don't land up in the same boat in 2 or 3 or 4 years from now. And that was why we really took our time to find the right partners and believe in people being first. So I hope that really answers your question.
Yeah, that's lovely to hear.
So that's all our questions we've covered. We've covered the 8 questions. So now we'll quickly open up the floor. I don't know if you have any other questions, concerns, things you'd like to ask the team while you have us here. Please feel free, shoot away. Hopefully we can answer your questions.
Can I ask a little bit? Sorry, this is Sue from Melbourne. I was in Sydney the other night, but I'd like to just ask about education for our staff. I think with having Nemu disappear from Australia for a couple of years, it's really affected our salon. We obviously don't sell as much Nemu now as we did previously. I have staff that don't much other than what I train them in. So, you know, we really need a lot of education for our staff at the moment so that we can rebuild. So what's the process for that?
Well, I'll just answer a little bit, and then Danielle will take over. This is the reason why we're here. We're here to make sure that we've got all the training, all the knowledge that we'll be able to share. We're not going to pretend that we can teach things that you've been doing for many more years than we have, but we want to be able to provide you with all the training that's going to be required for the staff to be able to treat these confidently, to be able to recommend products, knowing what they're doing, what product they're recommending, following. There's so many protocols that we can follow. Nemu have set up such great training standards and information and library. So we have a ton of information and support material that you'll have access to. And you'll have our trainers also. We have a girl in Melbourne, based in Melbourne, who will be able to train you as well. She will be trained by Danielle, who's here. She will also be in contact with Nemu in South Africa to continue with webinars and with any questions that we may need to look into. So I'd say that, you know, in that first year, we'll make sure that everything that you need is there, but we'll be learning as well. We'll be growing our knowledge base, and but it's important that you and your staff are back on track. So we feel very confident that our week here has already given us so much and access to so much material that there'll be plenty, you know, like our heads blowing. You can't see inside, but it's blowing up with the time.
I spoke to you on the Nemu launch night, didn't I, Stu? And I said to you, I love Melbourne.
Yeah. That's right. Don't you worry, I promise you, we will dedicate a lot of time and effort in supporting their training. That's really important to us, because if you're not trained, then you're not doing the right job, you're not selling the products, and for us that's not good. We want you to sell, we want you to be happy and confident, we want you to see the results, we want you to have the authority, you know, that a really specialist should have.
Yeah, good.
So
That sounds good.
really important to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds very good. Thank you.
Any other last questions you guys want to fire off before we go? We'll wrap up.
No, I'm okay.
I'm good too. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
We're trying to get this lovely lady to Australia for September. I'm negotiating hard with the boss who isn't here.
Yeah,
I'm trying
we'd love to see her again down under.
So we will hopefully have them there just before the beauty trade show in September. They said to me, look, I can't promise you, but I'm 99% sure, which is,
Great.
I think I recorded that. So in case she said, no, I'll just bring out, what's his name? No. Look, I'm pretty sure they'll be there, and that'll be an amazing event for us to have Eunice and Shane sharing their knowledge and enthusiasm and passion for the product. Everybody here is just crazy passionate. I thought I was crazy
Not
passionate.
only over there, over here as well. Don't forget about us. Right, Gilda? Right, Danielle?
Yeah, of course, Lydia, of course. Number one, Lydia. We love Lydia, of course. No, we're all looking forward to meet everyone, to do business and start all over again, which would be lovely.
Well, so in closing, I guess everyone around the table wants to thank you guys for taking the time and asking us the questions, and the door's always open and you're always free to ask us anything you want. And we really appreciate you being loyal to the brand. It's amazing that you guys, we know you've been through a lot. We really appreciate that. We will back you 100%.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, honestly.
And
We needed
other
that
exciting-
because we have been through a lot.
We
Yes,
have.
yeah, we know that. And the most thing I'm most excited about is you guys don't know what's going to hit you, because the NIMU that you knew, it's not the same NIMU that's today, because we have done so many exciting things. And I can tell you, in my years in the business, which is I'm older than the tables and chairs, is we've never had as strong a NIMU team as we have today. And I'm really proud and privileged and thankful to be working amongst such skilled and passionate people. We really have the absolute best, I think one of the best teams in the world at the moment that is joined NIMU. So we've also gone through our growing pains and our changes, and hopefully going forward we'll be very strong, fantastic partners with you going forward for many, many years to come.
Shane?
Thank you. Thank you.
Shane, just a
That's lovely.
correction.
Thank you.
It's not a team, it's
Yeah.
a family.
That's a family, yes, of course. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Goes without saying, yeah.
Of course, of course.
So, awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. That was lovely.
South Africa.
Bye, Ines.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Gilda.
You see this?
Yeah, that was good. That was actually a really good thing for them to do.
Yes. Yeah, очень довольна. End meeting. Give this meeting running, please assign a host before.